At 86, net worth is not about what you built, it is about how well it carries you forward. At age 86, most people are no longer growing wealth, they are using it. Looking at how your net worth compares with others, your age can provide helpful context. Let's start with what net worth really represents at this stage of life. Net worth is the total value of what you own, minus what you owe. Assets may include your home, savings, investments, and retirement accounts, while liabilities can include mortgages, credit cards, or other loans. Earlier in life, net worth tends to grow as income rises and savings accumulate. In later retirement, it often moves in the opposite direction as assets are used to cover living expenses, medical care, and everyday needs. That shift is normal and expected. So how do Americans in their 80s actually compare? Based on the most recent national wealth data available for older households, Americans in their 80s have an average net worth of about $1.36 million. The median net worth is far lower, at roughly $234,000. These two numbers describe very different realities. The average is influenced by a smaller group of households with significant wealth, while the median shows where the typical household falls. There is no official figure for exactly age 86, but these numbers reflect overall patterns for people in their 80s and offer a reasonable benchmark. The reason average and median tell such different stories is because wealth is unevenly distributed. Some people enter their 80s with paid-off homes, large investment accounts, or inherited assets. Others rely mainly on Social Security and modest savings that are gradually being spent down. Both situations are common. If your net worth is above the median, you are in a stronger position than many peers. If it is near or below that mark, you are still very much within the normal range for this stage of life. It is also common for net worth to decline after retirement. Savings withdrawals replace paychecks, healthcare, and long-term care expenses increase, and investment strategies often become more conservative to reduce risk. An 86-year-old with a lower net worth than they had at 70 has not necessarily mismanaged money. In most cases, they are simply using their resources as intended. For many people in their mid-80s, wealth is concentrated in just a few places. Home equity often makes up a large share, especially for those who own their homes outright. Retirement accounts may still exist, but balances are often lower after years of withdrawals. Cash savings and taxable investments provide flexibility. Even when assets are not fully liquid, they can still matter for estate planning or funding long-term care needs. Social Security also plays a major role at this age. For most people in their mid-80s, Social Security covers a large share of basic living expenses. Net worth often functions more as a cushion than a lifestyle driver. It helps absorb unexpected costs, support healthcare needs, and provide peace of mind rather than funding everyday spending. Comparing your net worth to national figures can be useful, but it should not be the sole measure of financial success. If your assets are above average, you may have more flexibility, but careful planning still matters. If your net worth is closer to the median, you are managing retirement much like many Americans. If it is below that level, the focus often shifts to protecting quality of life rather than reaching a specific number. Even in your 80s, reviewing your financial picture can be worthwhile. That may include checking withdrawal strategies, confirming beneficiaries, reviewing estate documents, or considering whether your housing still fits your needs. Planning at this stage is less about growing wealth and more about making sure your resources continue to support you comfortably. At age 86, net worth usually reflects decades of saving, followed by years of careful spending. National averages provide context, but they do not define financial security. What matters most is whether your income, assets, and expenses are aligned with the life you want to live now. A lower net worth does not mean failure, and a higher one does not remove the need for thoughtful planning.